Breaking news! Tottenham are very close to signing Milan Skriniar from PSG on loan. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are reportedly leading the race to sign PSG centre-back Milan Skriniar, a move that could significantly bolster their defensive ranks under manager Postecoglou. The pursuit of Skriniar comes at a crucial juncture as Spurs look to strengthen their backline amid a series of injuries that have plagued their defence this season. Skriniar, who joined PSG from Inter Milan in July 2023, has found himself on the market as the French giants trim their squad. Tottenham have shown a genuine desire to secure his services, with discussions reportedly in advanced stages. Unlike Aston Villa, who are also interested, Spurs offer Skriniar a more attractive proposition. The North London club's participation in multiple competitions ensures ample playing time for the Slovakian centre-back, particularly given the frequent absences of key defenders due to injuries. Milan Skriniar's style of play is reminiscent of Mickey van der Ven, making him an ideal fit for Postecoglou's system. His experience and skill set would seamlessly integrate into Tottenham's defensive framework, providing much-needed solidity and depth. Furthermore, it's reported that Skriniar has already accepted the move to Spurs, with personal terms agreed upon, showcasing his eagerness to contribute to Tottenham's ambitions. The urgency to finalise this deal cannot be overstated, especially after the disappointment of missing out on Randal Kolo Muani, who opted for Juventus. Spurs must act decisively to avoid a repeat scenario. With Skriniar ready to make the switch, the onus is now on Tottenham's management to expedite the negotiations and secure the defender's signature. This acquisition would not only strengthen Tottenham's defence, but also send a strong message about the club's intent to compete at the highest levels. Fans are hopeful that Daniel Levy and the board will close this deal swiftly, ensuring that Skriniar dons the Spurs jersey in the coming days. It's time for Tottenham to show ambition and decisiveness, key attributes needed to climb up the Premier League table and secure a spot in European competitions next season. Spurs have shown an interest in signing Barcelona forward Ansu Fati this January, according to Sport. Under the management of Hansi Flick, Ansu Fati has made just 8 appearances for Barcelona this season, having battled a muscle injury earlier in the term. All signs suggest that Flick, who favours Raphinha and Lamine Yamal as a wing pairing, has no long-term plans for Fati. This has caught the attention of Tottenham, who will surely look to further reinforce their team this month, though the North London side are not the only team to hold an interest in the £26,000 a week winger who, according to Sport, could depart on a 6-month loan deal. West Ham, now under Graham Potter's management, have reportedly shown interest in Fati to bolster their attack. It has also been reported that Besiktas would be keen on bringing the lightning-fast attacker through the door were they able to agree a deal. Ansu Fati broke into the Barcelona first team in 2019 as a teenager and had been touted as a potential superstar were he to reach the heights projected for him. Fati enjoyed a strong start to life in Catalonia, even being handed the number 10 shirt after Lionel Messi departed the club for PSG in 2021. The man who became the youngest ever Champions League goalscorer in 2019 started struggling with injury problems in 2020, interrupting the otherwise promising developments he had made. Fati made just 10 La Liga appearances for Barca in the 2021-22 season, and though his numbers increased in the following campaign, he never completely retained a spot in the first team, which led to him spending the 2023-24 term on loan at Brighton. Tottenham have reportedly made shot contact with Manchester United over the signing of winger Alejandro Garnacho, according to Football Transfers. Spurs make contact over Garnacho deal. Football Transfers have reported that Spurs have lodged a concrete inquiry to Manchester United regarding the availability of Garnacho. The winger has racked up 12 goal contributions in 29 appearances so far this season and is widely regarded as a promising young winger. Manchester United signed Garnacho as a youth player in 2020 from Atletico Madrid for under £1 million. After 2 years within their academy, Garnacho debuted for the club in 2022 and has since gone on to appear in over 100 games for the Red Devils across all competitions and is capable of playing across the forward line. The club sacked former manager Erik ten Hag earlier this season after a dismal start to the campaign, replacing him with then Sporting manager Ruben Amorim. Though he has endured something of a slow start, Amorim has shown signs that he may strike more of a tune with the players at his disposal than Ten Hag, certainly towards the end of his reign, could manage. Much has been said of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's ownership, despite his reign still being in its infancy. Ineos have looked to reduce the large amounts of money that the Red Devils have been used to under the Glazers, and their transfer policy is no different. The likes of Marcus Rashford, Kobbie Mainoo and Garnacho are players that Manchester United would consider selling according to Football Transfers. As all three came through their youth setup, a sale would represent pure profit, something that the club would be keen to make. Garnacho, while still featuring under Amorim, has not been an undroppable starter in the early days of the Portuguese's tenure as manager, so perhaps it is feasible that he could move away from Old Trafford, were the Red Devils to receive a bid that they deemed acceptable. James Maddison's position at Tottenham appears increasingly uncertain, with the playmaker seemingly falling out of favour under manager Ange Postecoglou. Former Tottenham scout Brian King has speculated that a behind-the-scenes issue between Maddison and Postecoglou may be the reason for his recent lack of game time. Something has happened between James Maddison and Ange Postecoglou. King shared his concerns about Maddison's situation, highlighting how the player's reduced minutes could jeopardise his international career. Maddison was notably left out of England's Euro squad in the summer, and King believes his current lack of regular football could further damage his prospects. Maddison's situation has fueled speculation about his long-term future at the club. King believes the midfielder could consider a move away from Tottenham if his role doesn't improve. Speaking to Tottenham News, he said, "What Maddison needs is regular football. Otherwise, his international career is over. At the moment, he isn't playing regularly, and suddenly someone who was Spurs' outstanding player at one point has become a squad player." After he came on against Arsenal, we saw little petulant incidents from Maddison, complaining about fouls and so on. If I were Maddison, I'd be questioning whether or not Postecoglou and the staff think I'm good enough. If an 18-year-old is starting ahead of him, something has to be going on behind the scenes. If he is going to move, I don't think it will be until the summer. Something has happened between Maddison and Postecoglou, and it doesn't sit well with me at all. He's not enjoying his football, you can see that. Postecoglou isn't transmitting any confidence in supposedly one of the club's star players. Maddison joined Tottenham from Leicester City last summer and quickly became a fan favourite with his creative displays. In his first 10 games, he scored 3 goals and provided 5 assists, cementing his status as a key player in Postecoglou's system. However, an injury during a clash against Chelsea sidelined him for 10 matches, and Maddison has struggled to regain his pre-injury form. Last season, he managed just 1 goal and 4 assists after his return, finishing the campaign with 4 goals and 9 assists in the Premier League. This season, his performances have remained inconsistent. Despite showing glimpses of his brilliance, scoring 8 goals and assisting 4 in 21 appearances, Maddison has not started in Tottenham's last 4 games. Recently, 18-year-old Lucas Bergvall has been favoured ahead of him, raising questions about his standing within the squad. Given his impactful performances in the games he has played, his absence from the starting 11 recently does make one wonder if there is more to it. If what King says is true and he has fallen out with Ange behind the scenes, he could be on his way out at the end of the season. That's it for today's update. If you liked the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!